Let's talk about the importance of booking your appointment in advance.
Pre-booking, yeah.
Yes, pre-booking.
Yeah.
Why?
That's our term for it. Pre-booking is, I don't know if like everybody uses that language when they're talking about it. It's when you're booking your next visit, with that stylist or at the salon at the very least. And it's so important, you know.
So important.
It's important for you as the guest to receive that care so that you know that we're thinking of your needs as well. When does this need to be touched up? When does it need to be perfected? When are those bangs going to get in your vision while you're driving down the highway? And then we can structure your agenda accordingly, using that. And, you know, that's at the heart of what it is. For us as stylists, sorry if I'm getting ahead of the thing. Okay.
I think too, like, just to comment, travel, if they're going away, special occasion, if they have a wedding, and it doesn't even have to be like your wedding or your daughter's wedding. It could be like, I'm going to a friend's wedding.
Yep.
Make sure that you have that booked in, all that stuff.
I'll help you upstage the bride. I don't care. Yeah.
Right?
No love lost.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And like sometimes I've had it where like I extend that pre-book, to my guest, and they're like, well, I don't know. I don't really, you know, have any plans, or I don't know what I'm doing around that. Maybe you can, you know, you're getting your hair done. Go out that night. Go for dinner. You know, go see a movie.
That's true.
Right?
Make a plan around getting beautiful.
Yeah.
Why not?
You're gonna have this beautiful blow dry done by yours truly. Go have lunch.
Yeah.
You know?
Go do something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because in this world, I feel like we don't do that much anymore either.
We do not do that.
So it's a perfect time to drum that up. But yeah, pre-booking is super important so that you as a guest have your time that you need for when you want.
That too.
And a regiment sometimes too, right? So if you have a specific haircut, blending for, you know, anything blended would be needing to come in maybe at max 4 weeks. That's max. If you have a bob, really 6 weeks or less.
Yeah.
If you're getting a full-on lightener on your scalp, that's 3 weeks or less to maintain it and not be charged more. You know, there's so many things that do need to be planned and you need to be in for.
And all of those upkeeps are for a specific reason. It's not just us saying like, oh, I want to see you again in 3 weeks to get more of your money or something like that. There are like systematic things involved in each of those tasks or jobs where if you break that boundary even slightly, the results can actually be disastrous, especially when it comes to like chemical services.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, if you're stepping outside the boundary of that touch-up period, it can become all of a sudden a huge job, and it's going to cost more money at that point and be more of a headache. Like you're going to be in the chair a lot longer that visit. That's true too. You know, because of all that. Exactly.
Time is precious.
Yeah.
You know, it really is. So
but at the same time, we should be explaining that to you.
Yeah.
You know,
you're right.
If we're talking about touch up, there should be a why involved so that you know why. It shouldn't be a surprise.
That's true.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think as hairstylists, it's our job. Like we just live this world. We live in this world. And sometimes we might forget that.
Completely.
You don't get that, right?
Yeah.
We just like, we're used to living with, I talk to Kevin all the time.
We breathe, we eat, sleep, and dream about hair.
Right.
So we might skip over some things accidentally.
Yeah, I think we get it in our head that they would know that.
Yeah,
But they don't. Not really.
No.
Or they've been told that they weren't actually told why. Like why it's important. Yeah, I think the cost and the time thing, bam, right there and then. I'd be like, I need to make sure that I'm on top of this.
I'll say if it's going to be, you know, another 50, 100, 150, whatever. And that's a lot. It's a lot of money.
It's true. Because, you know, a root touch-up, and I'm not even talking about lightener, you know, could be like this much and that's fine. But as soon as you double that, I actually have to apply it differently. It's going to take longer. It's double
twice as long
the product.
Yep.
So it's double the charge. Right.
Exactly.
So I do understand that people don't fully maybe can connect that in their head, but to us, that's what it is. You know.
Exactly.
And I think we have ways to listen. We love consultations. I did the consultation video with Kevin not that long ago. We want to know what's important to you. There are ways we can do things to.
Oh yeah.
Balayage is a huge one. Lots of people get it because they're going to university and they won't be able to come back so often. If you have long hair, I have super. I think I have pretty long hair.
You do.
You know, I need to get this cut quarterly at least to maintain the health of my hair.
Yep.
So there are things that we understand your life is busy, you don't have time. We can discuss that and make sure that we have
There's ways.
A way for you.
There's ways. Right? Completely.
But still booking it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because balayage can be a long appointment. Balayage is
it can be 5 to
artistic.
8 hours sometimes.
Yeah. So that's something that needs to be maintained too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Even though it's less maintenance sometimes.
Right. So. Exactly. And I will say every salon does have a different approach too. So like, you know, sometimes those processes, are longer or shorter at other places, but like, you know, when I quote time, it's realistic. It's not like, you know, I'll try and get you out of here in 3 hours. It's like, nope, that's a 5-hour job.
Yeah.
If it's going to be done right. And I won't do anything less.
Yeah.
Sorry, but no.
And hey, if they're done in 4, sweet.
That's right? Great. Yeah.
But we're not going to tell you 3 and then you're there for 5. Oh dear.
No, that's not bad, fair.
Right?
Yeah.
Or book 3 and then need 5.
And then we're rushing. And then your job is not good. No. Yeah.
The quickest shampoo in the world. Let's get it done. We don't
do that. Copper.
No. Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. It's a 10.
Uh-huh.
It's
10 p.m. Yeah.
It's 10 p.m. It's got to be a 10 by now. Yeah. It's true. It's really important to have the time we need to. So that's the other side of everything pre-booking for us as stylists. We do need to know. We do need to have that amount of time. And if you are a more longer service, 5 hours, that is hard to book.
It is. Oh my God. If it's not on a Wednesday in the morning at 9 and you have work, whoops. Yeah. You know,
it's true.
Saturdays are precious.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Get them now. Like,
book out for the year.
They kind of,
if you
right?
Want them. Yeah.
I do have a few guests where like there was growing frustration because like every time they wanted their Wednesday at 6 p.m. every 5 weeks. I need that. Can't be 4, that's too soon. Can't be 6, that's too late. Then we need to book more than one.
Yes.
Then we need to book you up maybe for the year.
Yeah.
If that's your spot. And listen, it's not set in stone. You know, let's say an emergency of some sort happened and you have to do 4, even though we said that's too soon. That is fine. Now suddenly we do have to shift all those appointments. That takes 5 minutes, if anything. So amendable, you know, and it's better to have that on the page than to create something brand new on the spot, you know.
It's true.
It's easier to adjust than create brand new.
Because as a stylist, as things go, your ultimate goal is to get a full book, right? You want a full book. I'm thinking of back in the day, we used to actually write it on the book. Now we have a computer screen. But you want no spaces, only for your lunches.
Optimized.
Right? You want to be optimized. In between colors, we don't book anyone, but
I don't,
no. But you want that optimized schedule and you want to have your clientele. So that's the goal. Pre-booking will help with that. And because that's our goal, we will reach it. Especially, you know, somebody like Kevin who takes lots of education and all the Google reviews and all that, he will reach it. And then these people get squeezed out and it's unfortunate because they get upset and you don't ever want to upset your guests.
No.
You want to do the best for you, but you squeezing them in,
is a disservice. Is a disservice.
Is a disservice and you don't feel good.
To both of you.
Yeah, you don't feel good.
You're taking their 45-minute, hour-long appointment and you're squishing it down to half an hour. Why? Yeah. What are you sacrificing? Right. There is something being lost.
Absolutely.
You're not creating time when you shrink things. You know.
Yeah. So you know you have to pre-booking is the answer then, because then you know you have your appointment and what you need.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, it's for us as well. You know, to know how my week is going to look like, and even my day. You know, personally, I take morning time before I show up at the salon. I have access to my book and all my notes and stuff like that from home. So when I'm sipping my morning coffee and I'll have my like breakfast, usually oatmeal or toast, I'll make a habit of reading through all my notes. If they're cutting notes, if they're conversation notes, if they're color notes. Maybe we're touching base last time on a specific need or requirement that you have for your hair or color. Those are all dictated in your notes, and I like to prepare my day by knowing what I'm about to face or what things to touch on, or recircle back around to that conversation we had last time so that I can care for you. But it's hard to do that when there's surprise appointments of that day. Surprise appointments are not bad because they fill in the little blanks that you have, and that's nice. But it's hard to do that level of service and care and consideration when they are pop-up appointments in the middle of your day and you can't check your book because you're in the middle of haircuts and stuff like that.
And then, and really two things. One, that what he just said is telling you how good of a stylist he is, because it's his job and he's doing it. He's not even standing here at work. He's doing it from his home.
Yeah.
And he's wanting to take care of his guests, which is what we said is why we do this whole thing in the first place.
Yep.
And two, he's going to be booked solid eventually, right? Like he's almost there now. So at that point, you don't have it. It's this whole snowball thing, like, right? So
then you might have to go see someone else, and like, that's fine. I celebrate that. Honestly, we do that here at the salon all the time.
Yeah.
But it might not be that guest favorite, you know?
Well, you get used to.
Yeah, exactly.
You get used to the conversation.
Yep.
You get used to how they cut your hair.
Yep.
And all of that. So it's never going to be the same for someone else. It just isn't, because I'm not you and you're not me. My guests may love you, but they also love me.
Yeah.
Right? You know? So it's like.
Completely.
Yeah. But we want the guests to be happy. So therefore, rebooking comes into play for their happiness as well.
Yep.
So they have the stylist if that's what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then on the more businessy side of things too, like that guarantees that I am going to be generating income, you know? It's kind of the ugly of our job talking about money. I think that extends to all jobs. Right. But that very much is a part of it. Yeah. You know, it is a career.
I'm going to be honest. I feel like people don't want to talk about that. It is the job. Why do we work if we don't want money?
Yep.
What we're blessed with is that we get to a job that we love.
Yep.
That we get happiness and joy from. We do need to make money though. We do need to eat. We need to pay our rent. We need to.
My landlord doesn't love good intentions as payment, you know. They favor money.
Yeah. So, you know, money is, it overlies everything, right? Because that's why we're doing it. Now, if we were rich, maybe we would do it for free. Maybe we would.
Yeah. I'd be a live-in hairstylist somewhere.
But we wouldn't be doing it 5 days a week all day long because we wouldn't need to.
Right.
Because the side of it is we do need to live.
Yep.
So, and we're artists. I mean, artists are creative.
Sorry, guys.
And get to do this whole thing. Like we have an awesome job. But yes, we do need to get paid for it.
Right. Exactly.
And all that education that we take.
Yes. I was about to touch on, like, there's, you know, when I am generating income, and I do set aside income for things like new tools or education. If gratuity didn't make up for it or something like that, it does come out of pocket. Also, you know, frivolous things. You know, I want to be a happy human too, and we deserve vacation, or you know, I'm a video gamer, so when a new video game comes out and it's all shiny and bright, and sometimes it calls my name. But you know, it helps me keep all of that in line, especially in today's economy.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Today's economy is a little ouchy.
A little, yeah. But there's ways.
Yeah, and
there's ways.
Well, I mean, that all comes down to values too. So like you said, I would buy a video game, whereas I know, you know, some people would not. Right? That's not anything for them.
Yeah.
But some people love to travel, like you said, whatever. And I think that comes into play for us too. So not everybody needs a haircut. You can go for years and years, but it's not good. However, where you choose and what it costs is the value. is the value point. So us taking care of you, giving hand massages, we do hand massages, we sit down, have consultations, we do all these things because we want to take care of you more than just a walk in, walk out place.
Yeah, it's our goal.
And there's a place for every kind of salon.
Yep. And every kind of stylist. And every kind of client.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly. So it is value, comes down to value.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's same thing. We need to make money. We value where we spend it.
Yep.
Beyond what we have to. Bills. Same, we hope. In our hope, we want to take care of you, but we also hope that you value us to spend your money with us.
It is a breath of fresh air when I look at my books, and for the next 3 weeks, there's like barely a spot. It's like, okay, I'm taken care of. We're good. You know, I got this. Let's go slay. Let's create beautiful hair. And then, you know, it is a little worrisome when you look at a week that's not so. Yeah. And you're like, okay, what can I do to adjust that? Like, you start to go into this kind of, you know, all of my anxiety manifestations. I'm touching my face. I'm playing with my beard. It does kind of eat away at you where it's like, oh, what do I need to do? Or like, you know, who do I call? Ghostbusters? They're not going to help. Yeah. You know,
I don't even have their number.
Yeah.
In the 80s, they only gave 555, 6767 or something. Oh yeah, like that. All the numbers.
The movie phone numbers.
Something, yeah.
And 7 digits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
No area code.
Hey, I'm so old. When I grew up, I had a 4-digit phone number. That's how old I am. And party lines. Yeah, I'm old.
Hey, I had party lines too.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's also a country thing, I think. Too.
Yes.
So but they don't have that anymore. But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's the thing. The other side of the coin. Again, we have so many sides. Hairdressing is a super, super emotional job. Mm-hmm. Everything we do is right here. Right?
Don't knock them off.
Oh yeah, I think I did a little bit. Sorry if I keep doing that. Boom, like a whoop. Yeah, I gotta stop doing that. But it's so emotional. Everything that we do, like Kevin had said before, no hairstylist wants to give you a bad haircut or to make you feel like crap or any of that. We always want to know if there's something we can do for you. It is right on the surface of us. We have anxiety. We have done haircuts before or whatever and gone in the bathroom and cried. You know, we've called sometimes clients because we want to make sure that everything is okay.
Yeah.
Like,
it is hard because we see you on day 1 of your new hair and the last day of your old hair. We don't see you day 2, day 3, week 2, week 3 until your next touch up. And then we get to know and ask you how everything goes. But that's also expecting that you guys are taking notes on your hair and nobody does that, right? You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, we think about it.
By the way, you can, because everybody has a cell phone nowadays.
Oh yeah.
So if you want to set it up in front of the stylist and watch what they're like, record, especially blow drying, right? Record what they're doing. You can look at it anytime.
Oh yeah.
We are okay with that.
No, that's fine. I meant in the interim, in between their visits. You know, nobody's being like, oh, July 24th, this side perked up. This thing
started doing this. Yeah, that's true.
They might remember that, but we might not get to know that. Right. And I will, maybe I don't know. I feel all of us do. I will be thinking about things like that. Like, I hope their hair is behaving this time.
Hairdressers are overthinkers.
Completely.
ADHD, overthinkers, emotional people.
Want to please.
Yeah. Yes, we are. So, absolutely. Mm-hmm. It's just like being in a class and saying, oh yeah, Janet would look great with this and we're so excited. Sometimes you wake up in the middle of the night because you were dreaming about what formula you're going to put on your guests.
I had a hair dream last night. Literally.
Of course you did.
Yep, I did. I had a dream that thinning shears were trying to cut me.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, were you running away?
Yeah, they were giant. And yeah, exactly. And I was like,
who was holding them?
No one. They were automated.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my. Yeah. No.
Really scary.
Nope. AI and machinery cannot replace us. No.
They might try, but...
Oh, they won't.
Yeah.
It's human.
Exactly.
The human side of customer care. Yes, it is super emotional. And I think you really did put it best when you said no hairstylist is trying to wreck your day or make your haircut awful. Like, no, we're never trying to do that. We got into this to care for you.
Yes. Yeah.
To make you feel good.
Yeah. If you got into it solely for the money, do something else. I don't know. We get paid well, don't get me wrong, but like, I don't know. That's not gonna last.
Yeah.
If a hairstylist gets into the hair for money,
no, it won't.
That ain't gonna last.
There's you have to have the love.
You really have to,
because you'll be stomped out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do wonder if that's why. Like, I do know it is a fact that hairstyling has a high. No, it's not. Never mind. Hairstyling has a high turnover rate, and for a second there, I was like, "Is it the money? Is that why they get into this and then they see what it takes and they're like, oh no."
No, I think it's the emotional side of it, actually.
I think it's because you suck.
Yeah.
At the beginning, and it's like, oh God, I can't do this. I can't.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And like another note about education, I know I'm flying back here, but they really don't talk about that in hair school.
No, they don't.
They really don't talk about how your apprenticeship is going to teach you the rest and everything that you need to know. And that taking continuous education after this is going to set you above and beyond.
Yeah.
So I wish they did.
Honestly, they don't teach you any of the business skills.
They don't even teach you about pre-booking.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad. Again.
Or no, they don't. They don't even teach you about consultation.
No.
Our last subject. That's okay.
Yeah, like really, that's why I just keep telling myself it's just the basics. That makes me feel better. Because I go mad.
You sleep at night?
Mad.
Well, I got excited there. I think that's probably a volume peak on the register there when I haven't got a little yelly. Sorry.
Yeah. But that's why we do what we do too. We're a training salon, so we only hire apprentices because we want to help the future of our industry because we know all that. We know that it's the basics here when like very low, and then you learn more as you go.
Yeah. I have had friends that I've already mentioned work outside the salon, but in hairdressing in the career, who I want to see in here, but I think that is a hesitation point for them is the education aspect, and understanding why it's important, especially at a later date in their career. I do think if you haven't taken education for X amount of years, and all of a sudden there's an importance placed on it, you're like, why?
Yeah.
You don't get it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to say even for inspiration, that's like the number one reason you should go. If you're 30 years in, like I'm 26 years in, I still take education.
Yeah. I do hear all the time from new guests of mine that they left their previous place because they felt like their hairdresser was uninspired or was not offering change, not offering new ideas. So they're not using those crayons that I talked about that are not extra.
Yeah, I had a client once that said, I'm just looking for someone new. I like my hairdresser. I was with them for 15 years, but it felt like they were just going through the motions. I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I used to find it really nerve-wracking when people would say that. Like, I've been with my old stylist for 20 years or so. And I was like, oh God, the expectation of like knowing your hair at that level. But then they were always satisfied. And it's because I was newly approaching their hair and offering different angles and new ideas and stuff like that.
I agree.
So it actually wasn't a big deal. And
so if you're with someone and they're not really doing it for you anymore and you don't want to give up on them, I would book just a consultation.
Yeah.
I just want to sit down with you and chat.
Yeah.
And whatever comes up, comes up. Whatever you're like, I'm thinking of something new, or I just want to make sure that we're going in the right direction. Sometimes it's just like, the hairdresser doesn't want to give you a bad haircut.
Right.
It's just, they're out of ideas too.
Right.
So
and stylists be okay with that consultation, that conversation.
100%.
I'll call it that.
It's for the guest.
You want to be. Yeah. It gives you so much information about their needs and what they're looking at and what they're inspired by. And you don't get to know that just doing their hair. Oh, did you hear what I said? Just doing their hair.
Oh,
pound the alarm.
Inspired. Get out.
Yeah. This is Kevin signing off. Yep.
I hope you have a nice life. No.
But no. If I leave this place, I'm done.
But maybe at that point, if they're going through the motions, they are just doing the hair. Maybe they're not doing anything else.
That's fair.
So maybe it works.
I'll take that defense. Thank you. I'll take that defense.
Maybe it works.
But open up that conversation and be open to being vulnerable. Learn about what they're seeing. it might not even be correct. You know, we're talking with people that haven't been to hair school.
Yeah.
They might be inspired by anything and it doesn't apply to their hair, but educate them on why, or maybe how to customize that look to suit what they're looking for, you know, and
if,
that'll be so much better than having them leave ultimately.
Yes,
you
right?
know?
Because we don't want that.
No.
But, and maybe, you know, really take a look and realize you do need some more education for inspiration. Maybe not to learn the bob haircut, right? But you do, or to rediscover why you love this job.
Yep.
Right? Because we can get it like anybody. You can get in a thing. So,
I've been in consultations in the past where, you know, I've had to be honest about my abilities and say, you know, I love that. I don't think I'm the stylist that can do that for you. That's hard because, you know, you're turning a guest away. I might offer, you know, my hair cutting services if it was a complex color placement that I really didn't comprehend or something like that. I don't, yeah, exactly. Not so much anymore. I'm maybe more so talking about when I was newer. And that's great. Do be honest. Don't approach anything, you know, that you're not certain of. Don't attempt because it won't work.
Yeah.
But then the first thing I was doing was asking about classes. You know, I would approach Angela and say like, you know, like I just had this consultation. Do you think there's any classes about this that we can take? And, you know, go from there.
Yeah.
Like if I don't know something, the first thing I'm doing is looking it up, you know?
And then I think what becomes the thing afterwards, like, you know, 5-10 years in, what happens then, it becomes a communication thing. Because like we know this, all this stuff, and they don't. But they know they want this, you know?
Yeah.
And so I've had it where, this lady had a picture. We love pictures, by the way.
Always.
She showed me this and she kept trying to explain something, and I had cut the bottom line already, the perimeter. But I was like, you know what? I'm really not understanding you. And I put down my scissors because I thought, I am not cutting your hair. No. I'm not doing any more than I've done.
Yeah.
Only because I couldn't understand what she was meaning. So I offered her someone else. I offered her, you know, to come back with more inspiration pictures or to really sit down and have a full on conversation. Because I did not want her walking out of the salon and saying I cut her hair wrong, because that's what was going to happen. And it really wasn't whatever she wanted. I think she went and saw someone else in the salon. Whatever she wanted, I just didn't understand what she wanted.
Right.
If I understood it, could I have done it? Probably.
Sure.
Because I've done a lot of education and everything. But it's okay to don't take it as an offense if we say no or that we stop.
Yeah.
It really is. We don't want to disappoint you, and we want you to have what you want. And if that's me telling you to go somewhere else, I'm moving this next time to another salon or another stylist. It's not against you. It's for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've recommended Rochelle and Camille and stuff like that. Nikki even before. It's like, I'm not the right one for that, but I know Rochelle does a fantastic job with that.
Yeah.
Again, probably when I was newer in my career, but the other thing on that example is that I've had like the visual inspiration come in where it didn't fit into the parameters of what that person was willing to do to get that look. And it's not something that came out of the box where you could wash and wear, shake your head and go, you know? So I knew that this style was inappropriate. It took blow drying in her case. It took hot tools in her case. Probably a lot of practice using those because she didn't have them. So probably didn't have the experience using them as well. And we went into that consultation about that image regarding that, you know, if this is going to be our approach, then this and this and this need to be in place. How do you feel about that? You know, would you be open to learning about those things or investing in that? And then when she wasn't, because, you know, it really didn't fit into her expectations of, her timeline. Exactly. Which is fine. So fine. We then talked about what would, you know, we looked at the canvas in front of us and said, okay, with this and this and this in mind, here's what I think. How do you feel about that? And then again, if it was another no, there's still more options.
Oh yeah, there's 1,000 options.
And I can't remember if she still comes here. It's been a while. But you know, I left that knowing that I did everything I could to stop something bad from happening. And I don't know, you know, maybe she did go somewhere else to ask them if it was possible. And that is too bad. Yeah. That is too bad. I really hope that's not the case. But I can rest at least knowing that I did everything I could to educate her on why that was not wash and go hair.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Because at the end of the day, that's just going to be not the haircut. Because when they bring a picture, it's never a wet hair, right?
No,
it's always a dry hair, right?
Yeah.
So
could you imagine?
I want this cut.
Yeah.
I can't see anything in it. It's long. It's like when they say, "How's the color in the shampoo bowl?" and you're like, "Wet."
It looks wet. Yeah,
looks very wet. But yeah, I mean, like that style that you're seeing in the picture takes work.
Yep.
If you have little kids, if you are run your own business, or if you like, there's a million things if you do that wouldn't be appropriate.
If you only want to spend 5 minutes on your hair, tops, you know?
Yeah.
Some people
no, I'm joking.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Perm?
Yeah. Perm. Yeah, perms are good for that. Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
You know, see, there's two different solutions. Maybe not a buzz cut, but you know, it is one. It is one solution.
It can be.
Right? But you know, I just
Yeah.
It's not a no, it's a here's what.
It's we love you and we want the best for you.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it is. It comes from that emotional care, love. Yeah.
And we'll be talking about your pre-booking needs on top of that. Okay, you know, I see you come in once a year. If you want this done, that's going to be every 6 weeks. Yeah. How do you feel about that? You know, not fun news to deliver sometimes, but important news.
Yeah.
So that you're educated and armed with that education going into things, you know, because if you get this beautiful, glorious result of these highlights, but you're expecting them to live a year.
Yeah.
We did you a disservice.
The better way. Yeah.
Literally. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Because lived in hair is quite different.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.